Firstly, I'm going to just give you the overall vision of Arista and what Arista is currently. Arista have two sections to their business. One is their Arista Food Solutions and the other is Arista Bakeries. Arista Bakeries have 23 bakeries in 10 countries worldwide with a revenue of 800 million. Our Food Solution business has a revenue of 850 million, and that's the division that I work within Ireland. Combined turnover of 1.65 billion. So that's really just to show the scale of our business and our access to markets and product. Following that, it shows our European, our APAC capabilities within the Food Solutions. We have 700 trucks delivering to 85,000 customers, more than 4,500 food products, 1,000 feed sales, which are mostly chefs, bakers, etc., and 300 new products created in our R&D kitchens worldwide. Our R&D kitchens run through France, Germany, Switzerland, Great Britain, and right into Ireland, where our division operates from. The business model overview with our customers. We have an inspiration, a sourcing requirement, a service to the market, a quality and a digital function within our food solutions business. We target 4- and 5-star hotels, restaurants, artisan boulanger, deli, specialist catering and petrol stations. Some of our partners there, the Radisson, Spar, through retail. That brings me on then to the channel-focused brands. We operate our business through channel-focused brands, and this divides us up between retail and food service. It makes it easy from an innovation point of view to be able to place a product, which is really important in an organisation of our size. From a retail perspective, we operate through a brand, Cuisine de France, Pierre's, Otis Spunkmeyer, Seattle's Best Coffee, and Starbucks. Those lines are focused through retail. Through our food service, we have a brand called La Carte. It's a business-to-business brand. It carries mostly savoury products. So again, for categorisation, it's a positional place for us there. Our Hishtan brand is a bakery brand that was purchased in Switzerland. Again, there's heritage behind this brand, and it's artisanal style breads, speciality breads, etc. Our Coup de Pas brand, placed in Paris. This is a high-end viennoiserie right through to sweet bakery to French patisserie style. And then our recent acquisition has been LaRousse Foods, which we see as a food service key premium food service provider within Ireland. From an Arista Food Solutions Ireland food service provider, we're providing food solutions to multiple channels, so that has to be a key focus for us in our development. For example, cafes, delis, schools, catering companies. Development ranges in adjacent to bakery. This is very important for us to get the span of product out into the market. So Arista Food Solutions will carry anything from bread right through to salad, to soup, to protein fill for sandwich bills. Core focus being premium quality. We have to add value. We're a food solution business, so we have to have a value proposition. So it has got to be something special, it's got to be something key. We have culinary expertise across product and our sales team. So this is where this is the juicy part. This is where the innovation happens. We have 5 steps within our process of NPD. Our first one is the idea generation, and this is clearly fed through a funnel where we get information from gaps in the market. We find insights, and we've had a channel strategy. It's really important that any product that's required from our team is tested against those strains. We all like to have the light bulb moment, but we're not able to quantify it sometimes. So within our business, we really focus heavily on being able to quantify that before it goes into the NPD process. After that, after we have all ticked the boxes and we've moved through that stage gate, we come into the product brief situation. This is very, very detailed. Our department write a product brief to the required product. Whether it be an internal partner we have or an external partner. We operate in food solutions by using our internal bakeries, or we engage with other specialists. So if somebody is making a Lebanese flatbread, we want it from a Lebanese producer. So the authenticity of the product is really important to us. That's a mindset that some of our manufacturer partners have got to get with, that we are engaging. we are certainly engaging with producers. So the product brief would be clearly outlined. That comes back, it's signed off by the NPD team. The product is then sent to our quality department to be reviewed. And that brings us on to the manufacturing agreement. These are our desires, these are our criteria of what we set out as Arista and what our partner must be able to do. It must be able to have BRC. It must be accredited through several different structures. It must have good process. It must be able to appease the quality department. And then we have our contractual situation is handled at that time. So clearly it's outlined our credit terms, our rules of engagement, etc. So all that's captured at that point. So we don't waste time, we don't waste the manufacturer's time, and we don't waste our time to move forward if we're not in agreement on that at that point. Following that then we have a product setup, and the product setup is very much the model of what happens within our business. It's exactly the nuts and bolts of our business. It's the little jigsaw pieces coming together. So we have this broken down into 12 steps in that area so that we don't miss anything. The most important thing I would stress at the product setup is that there's no detail missed. Because if there's an issue there, there's going to be an issue on launch. So we'd be very thorough there. We'd probably be 4 weeks there, making sure everything is okay. Post-launch then, this is key for us because we look here at the analysis, the solution, the process, the objectives, the teamwork and the vision and the sales to see, did we capture the right situation here? Have we had success in this project? And from that we would take our learnings clearly if there had been blips in the process. So the route to our success in Arista through innovation, we would be saying clearly that we've got to have the right insights. We then have to have the right customer channel and knowledge. We need to believe that we have the customer for the product that we're bringing to market. Because, and I really want to stress this point, that when you're stuck within a manufacturing situation, you can be very blinkered, and all of a sudden your product is the best product. But is it the product the market wants? That's what you need to be sure. Sometimes we overspec a product, and all of a sudden we miss the price point. So those are the checks and measures that you need to carry out as you're going through the NPD process. Market leading and innovation, that's key to our business. We have to be seen as the market leaders because again, we have a value-added business. We need to bring new stuff to the market. Procurement, we have procurement specialists within our team, so that just ticks all the boxes there. Supply chain excellence, that happens automatically right now, and we see ourselves as being best in class within our business. So the question is, why would any company innovate after all that kind of hassle? Because there's a lot there, and there's a lot of investment there. You've got to be the go-to guy. Your customer has got to feel that you're the person that they got to pick up the phone to first. If you're not that person, you're down the chain. So you've got to keep striving through innovation to be the go-to person. I think that's really, really key for any company. So that go-to person, he's always an expert. And he's got to be an expert in his area, so there's no fluff. There can be no fluff around this story. It has to be factual. You have to have your market knowledge, you have to have your product priced correctly, you have to have the flavor profile there. Everything has to tick. So what will it do for your business, and how will you be measured as an innovator within a business? You're going to drive the sales figure. That's a surety if you've hit it right. You're going to be a market leader automatically. You're the category specialist, and above all, your boss will really appreciate when you drive his profits, because that's what's key through innovation and uniqueness. If your product is totally innovative, you will command a margin that other products within the category won't be able to demand. And you're not being benchmarked. You're not being taken beside your competitor. You've moved away from them. That's really key in this. So that brings me on to, from today, I believe that everybody's mindset here must be, and my clicker's stuck. Hello, my name is the expert. That's how you should leave this room. I'm an expert in my field, and that I'm able to bring value to your business. That's how you got to leave. But make sure you're informed of what value that person needs to have and what you're going to give them.